all, and welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for visiting me. This is a pick a card reading all about what is your life's purpose. So if you've ever asked yourself, why am I here? What am I doing here? What is my purpose here? Then you have come to the right place, because this pick a card reading is all about helping to offer just a little bit more clarity as to what it is your life's purpose could be. So I do want to say that this is a general reading. Just take whatever it is you can that resonates within you within this reading, okay? And make sure that you are intuitively picking with your subconscious, with your intuition, not your physical eyes, but with your intuition, with your intuitive eyes, okay? So I am going to do a 60-second meditation in real time. That way you guys don't have to pause the video. You're more than welcome to pause the video if you just prefer to do it that way. The first 30 seconds of the 60-second meditation, there will be no crystals on any of the piles, and the last 30 seconds of the 60-second meditation, I will add crystals to the piles to help with those of you that do like crystals on their piles or picking with crystals. So we're going to go on ahead and jump into the 60-second meditation starting right now. And now I'm going to start the 30-second meditation with the crystals on the cards. So this is opalite, this is malachite, this is lapis lazuli, this is tiger's eye, and this is onyx. So I'll give you guys 30 seconds with the crystals starting now. So hopefully that 60-second meditation was enough time for you guys to intuitively pick a pile. If not, feel free to always pause the video. Without further ado, we're just going to jump straight into this reading. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and let's get started. All right, and pile number one, let's get to your cards. So the very first one that we have here is the Nine of Wands. The next card that we have is the Three of Coins. The next card that we have here is the Lovers in reverse. Then the Hermit, and then the Two of Swords. All right, so the first thing that I heard when I saw this Nine of Wands here was I heard your life's work. And for me, what that meant was this is something that you're gonna have to dedicate your life to. But I mean, obviously, you know, this is what is my life's purpose? Pick a card. But this is something that obviously you're gonna have to dedicate your life to, but as well as the study of this thing. So for me, what that was kind of alluding to was maybe like an education, school, going back to school. Maybe you're already studying this particular subject, but for sure I heard your life's purpose. So for me, what that meant was going back to school, getting an education in this. Maybe you're already getting an education in this particular field of study, but I definitely did pick up on, you know, this is something that you're going to really have to devote your life to. It's going to have to be your life's work. It's going to have to be something where you go out and get an education in this particular field of study. For my pile number ones here. Moving on here to this Three of Coins. The Three of Coins, what I saw here was you bringing people together, bringing different energies together, bringing different people together, and really making it work cohesively. And then with this Lovers card here in reverse, I saw it again, you bringing people together, you being able to make people see eye to eye, you being able to make people see each other's point of view, see each other's perception, even though they're coming from two completely different maybe walks of life or two completely different points of views. You're able to really kind of bring these people together. You're almost like you're almost kind of like a glue or something. You're really able to bring these energies together, whereas otherwise they would not be able to fit together. Helping them to find ways that they actually relate to each other, helping them to find commonalities that they have with each other. So you're really able to kind of help bridge gaps between different people, conflicting energies, conflicting parties. For some reason with this Hermit card, I saw this candle was really sticking out to me. And the thing that I heard with that was like you're gonna bring kind of like a new innovative way to this field of study. Whatever it is your life's work is, you're going to bring a new way of kind of doing it. And then I can see here with this Two of Swords in reverse, I saw again, you being able to bridge a gap, you being able to make two different parties or several different parties come together, whereas at first they could not fit together. They could not work together. If you've intuitively picked pile number 1, what I feel as though your life's purpose would be helping others, therapy, psychology, a psychiatrist, some sort of work where it is you're healing people, maybe energy healing, something like that, where you're really bringing people together. You're bringing maybe even different aspects of people together. So I'm really seeing you kind of in the field of like counseling, bringing different parties, different energies, bringing them together. And let me see if there's anything else that I see here before I get to your oracle cards. Yeah, I'm really seeing you just being able to find balance between these two different parties. And like I said, I see you doing it with a completely different, innovative way. So for me, what that would mean would be something like maybe you do go to school for psychology or something like that, right? But you also, with this Hermit card here, what I'm feeling is like you're going to put a spin on it where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm a psychologist or a psychiatrist or a therapist or a counselor or something like that. And so I have this scientific way of looking at people or their relationships, or looking at people from a medical point of view, but as well as maybe an energetic point of view or a spiritual point of view, where it's like, okay, I'm able to counsel you medically. I'm also able to counsel you spiritually as well, or energetically as well. Just kind of putting your own spin on it in a sense. So let's just get to your oracle cards and see what is going on here. So the very first card that we have here is Strength. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. That sounds to me like somebody that would be in counseling. Like they say the best counselors are the ones that have been through whatever it is that they're, counseling people on. The next one that we have here is body work. Your life purpose involves body work, such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. You guys, I said energy healing and therapy. So they're saying massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. This is exactly what I saw. I definitely saw you counseling or doing or energy healing, something like that, physical therapy, massage therapy, exercise training. That's so what I saw. I saw you really getting into like I said, you like helping people, supporting people, guiding people, advising people, but putting your own spin on things with this Hermit card here. The next card that we have is You Know What to Do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. You may already be studying psychology or something like that. You may have already went to school for it. You may be in school for it right now. You may already know that you're drawn to something like counseling and helping others. So if that's the case and that resonates with you, then this is for sure 1000% your life's work and your life's purpose. And that's awesome. So the next card that we have is Gifts from God. We angel bring you gifts from your creator. Open your arms to receive. Yeah. So for me, that kind of goes hand in hand with the Strength card here. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous, for sure. And it also goes with this Three of Coins to me as well, just kind of you being able to bring these different energies, these different people together. The next card that we have is Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. That's going to be something extremely important for your life's work if you are going to get into something like counseling, because you're going to need to make sure that your energy is always on point and always up to par, because you're going to be interacting with so many different energies and so many different people all the time. And the next one that we have here is answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? So I believe that you already kind of have maybe some sort of idea about what it is that your soul's purpose, or your life's purpose, which could definitely tie into your soul's purpose as well. But I do believe that if you have intuitively picked pile number 1, you probably have a feeling, or you've probably had an inclination, or you've probably had an idea or a brush with your life's purpose already by this point in time. Either you're just drawn to this type of work or this field of study or something like that. But I do believe that you have had some sort of encounter with your life's purpose already, and you're pretty much aware of what your life's purpose could be. But I am definitely saying for my pile number 1s here, you guys getting into counseling, psychology, therapy, energy healing, Reiki, something like that. Basically, you just being a guide and an advisor for people, whether that be medically, or, spiritually, or a combination of both. Because like I said, I see you putting your own spin on this. I see you taking something as old of a field of a study as psychology is, and taking that and putting your own spin on it, where it's like, no, I'm also going to apply other aspects to this study. I'm also going to apply other aspects to my work to make this my own, and to make this most optimal for me and my clients and the people that I'm helping. But that's definitely what I'm seeing for you guys, my pile number 1s here. So this was actually pretty exciting. But anyways, this is all I'm seeing for my pile number 1s. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And now I'm going to go on ahead and move on to pile number 2. All right, bye guys. Okay, in pile number 2, let's take a look at your cards. So the very first one that we have here is the 9 of Swords. Then the 5 of Cups in reverse. Then the Ace of Swords. Then the Judgment card. 5 of Wands. And then the Sun in reverse. As I was shuffling for my pile number 2 here, there was some extra cards that jumped out, and I had to put them in here because it's just, when you get jumper cards, you have to add them to the spread. So I went on ahead and did that. So there are some extra tarot cards here in my pile number 2. But starting out with this 9 of Swords here, you're somebody that your life's purpose is going to have you kind of dealing with the scary things. It's going to have you dealing with the things that a lot of people don't like to deal with, the taboo things, the grungy, just terrifying things in life that most people don't like to deal with. Basically, this card here, one thing that I got from it very strongly was, how kind of like when there's a emergency, or when there's like some sort of a chaotic situation going on, people run away from that situation. Well, you're one of the people that runs towards these types of situations. And with the 5 of Cups here, I got the same sort of feeling where you're somebody who's very heavily immersed in heavy, intense situations. The Ace of Swords here, somebody who is very, very sharp, mentally aware, very mentally sharp. And with this Judgment card here, I'm seeing you as someone who has to basically kind of bring all of your different skill sets together, but to use them to solve certain things is what I got from this Judgment card here. Your life's purpose has to do with you basically kind of coming to some sort of a conclusion, something where it's like, okay, this is everything it is that I know about the situation, and this is what it is that I believe happened with this particular situation. 5 of Wands, conflict from different areas, things not fitting together. 9 of Wands, I see you putting these conflicting energies, stories, facts, whatever they are, together to get you to a place of illumination with the Sun card here. So for me, what this entire spread was kind of alluding to for me, with my pile number 2 here, was I saw very heavily some sort of investigative type work. I don't know if this is something that you're already into, if it's something that you're drawn to. Maybe you really like documentaries on crimes and unsolved cases and unsolved murders and unsolved crimes and things like that. So I really heavily got the feeling of just like investigative work where you're going to be really immersed into the darker, scarier sides of human nature and what humans do to each other and what human beings are capable of. And you kind of walking up directly to that situation, using the sharpness of your mind and your mental awareness, being able to come to a decision on what exactly happened. So I don't know why, but investigative work is something that I was very heavily getting. Maybe working in something like police work could also as well be legal work, like a lawyer or a judge. Definitely something like that where you really are drawn into solving the things that a lot of people have either given up on or they just can't figure out. This could also have to do with some sort of medical investigation as well. Maybe you're going to devote your life to finding the cure for something. But I'm definitely seeing, like I said, I can see you being heavily immersed in the parts of life that people don't necessarily like to deal with. So that could also be terminal illnesses, things like that. I just see you not being very fazed by like the darker sides of life, and actually, if anything, being more like interested in it and kind of coming to like a place where it's like, well, what exactly happened here? What exactly is going on here? Or with this type of situation, why aren't people asking these questions? Don't people want to know? Don't people want to figure this stuff out? You know, like you would be the person trying to get inside of the mind of like a serial killer or something. Like, I don't know. It's just definitely what I'm like picking up with this, my pile number 2s here. But with this sun card here, I'm seeing you bring illumination to basically to whatever it is you put your mind to, whatever it is that you really want to solve or figure out or get down to the bottom of. I'm seeing you bring illumination to it, whatever it is you really put your mind, focus, and energy into. So let's just get to your oracle cards really quickly here. The first one that we have is options. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. So I'm definitely seeing you being able to kind of pick and choose what kind of field of investigative work maybe that you want to get into. Like I said, this could be anything from like medical investigator. I don't even know if that's like a thing, but where it's like, you know, you try to find the cure to some sort of illness or something like that. I could see you doing like police investigation. I could see you being like a lawyer or a judge, something like that, coming to a decision on something that has happened, putting together the pieces to come to a conclusion. So options here. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. I definitely think you have a lot of options as well. A very kind of like vast area of or field of study that you could kind of get into and just kind of find your own niche. The next card that we have here is Builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. Okay, so yeah, for me, that definitely applies to this 9 of Wands here. You being able to take these different maybe stories or facts or clues, I don't know, something like that, and putting them together to make them all make sense. So your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. I really do believe that you can build and create different facts, different logistics, different things where it's like they're all kind of scattered. And I see you kind of using your mind, using that really sharp mind that you have to kind of bring all these different like facts together where you go, hey, like, have you guys ever considered this? You know what I mean? But I definitely see you being able to maybe build a case, something like that. I don't know. I'm really getting like a heavy sense of like legal work or being in a legal field or investigation, something like that, where you're like building a case against something or against someone maybe, or something like that. I mean, this could also have to do with like finances. You know, we have financial investigators, you know, things like that. So it could really be a very vast field for you. The next one that we have here is Divine Order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. And look here, you guys, we have the scales. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling maybe you are Maybe this does have to do something with legal work. Oh, and look, we have scales here. I didn't even see that. There's scales here in this card as well. I didn't even see that until just now. So yeah, maybe this definitely has something to do with you getting into some sort of legal work or something like that. The next card that we have here is counselor. You're a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. So you could also be a counselor where you kind of help people to come to conclusions about certain areas of their life or certain relationships or certain things going on with them. But as well as you could be a sort of legal counselor as well. So that's really, that's funny to me. The next one that we have is warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? And then look, guys, she's holding a sword and the ace of swords here. And I kind of see you like being that, like somebody that's just very passionate and that's just very like everybody else. Like I said, like I kind of see you as like everybody else gave up on this situation, or everyone else gave up on figuring out this case or figuring out this issue or whatever is going on. But I see you as being the one that's like, no, I can figure this out. And then we have her holding this sword here. She almost looks like the ace of swords. This almost looks like an ace of swords card here. And then the very last card that we have is Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? And for me, both of these kind of also go together with this options card here, where I do believe that you're going to have a few different options as to how you want to use your skill sets and your natural talents. But I am for sure seeing for my pile number 2s here for some sort of legal work, investigative work, something like that. As far as spirituality goes, you know, if you're more so into like the spiritual side of things, if maybe you want to work in a more spiritual field, you could definitely apply this type of work to the spiritual realm for sure. There are definite spiritual investigators, you guys, paranormal investigators. So I'm definitely seeing you guys doing something where it's like you're getting into some sort of investigative work. You're getting down to the bottom of what's happening, but you're helping people. You're helping people to come to a realization of what's happened or what's been happening, or, you know, what's going on, whether that's with themselves, another person, a part of their life. Like I said, it could even be paranormal investigations. And then we have a few cards here with the scales, and then we have this with the sword here. It looks like an ace of swords card here. So yeah, that's definitely what I'm seeing for my pile number 2s. Trying to think if I'm seeing anything else for you guys. When I was looking at this tarot spread, I was also getting the sense that you may be a Scorpio or have like a lot of Scorpio in your chart. The Scorpios are kind of like the natural investigators. Virgo as well, because Virgos are very detail oriented. Maybe even an Aries or a Cancer. I just wanted to kind of put that out there. It may help some of you guys if you hear a zodiac sign or something like that. It may help some of you guys, but that's not to say that if you are not one of those signs, or if you don't have one of those signs heavily influenced in your chart, it's not to say that this reading does not pertain to you. But that is all that I'm saying for my pile number 2s here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will be back next time. All right, bye guys. All right, in pile number 3, let's take a look at your cards and what your life's purpose may be. So the very first card that we have here is the 9 of Cups, followed by the Temperance, followed by the 6 of Coins, followed by the Mother of Cups, and then the Devil card. Interesting card for a life purpose reading. Just starting off here with this 9 of Cups, the card of manifestation, the card of creation, creating things literally from your mind and making it into a tangible thing, making your thoughts, making your ideas, your dreams, turning them into a tangible thing that you can interact with and that others can interact with and appreciate and enjoy. And then the Temperance card here for me meant a card of patience. You're somebody that's very patient. You're somebody that really takes their time nurturing this gift it is that you have, because I do believe that your life's purpose has to kind of go hand in hand with like your gifts. Well, you know, most people's do their life's purpose go hand in hand with their natural gifts and talents and things like that. I believe that your life's purpose is directly in correlation to your gifts. It's very heavily tied into your gift. I believe that it is your gift, basically, pretty much is your life's purpose. And moving on here to the Six of Coins. So the Six of Coins for me meant you give back to humanity. And this is what I was just talking about with your gift and your life's purpose being literally one and the same. Because with the Six of Coins here, I see that your gifts and talents were given to you for you to give back to humanity, for you to give back to the world. I saw that by you practicing with your natural gifts and talents, things like that, you fulfill your life's purpose, because your life's purpose is to give back with those gifts and talents. So the Mother of Cups here, for me, this went together with the Nine of Cups card. And for me, it signified creation, creativity, and nurturing. You are someone just like this Temperance card here. You're very patient and you are very nurturing with your gifts. And the Devil card here, I feel as though is someone who has been able to take a lot of their vices, has been able to take a lot of their hardships and apply it to these gifts, apply it to their life's purpose. And for me, what I'm seeing with my pile number 3 here, your life's purpose is creating, being a creator, creating art, creating music, creating film, creating scenes, imagery, photography, editorials, anything like that, where it comes into creating fashion. It's something where it's like your gift back to humanity is your outlet. It's the way for you to express yourself. It's a way for you to release energy. It's a way for you to release holds and attachments. This Devil card here, it's all about attachments. And for me, that lets me know that you're somebody who you really take your time. You are someone who creates certain things after coming to a certain point in your life where you're like, I don't even know if it's like a conscious decision for you, honestly, but I think for you, kind of expressing yourself creatively, expressing yourself artistically, it's a way for you to kind of release and let go of these attachments and these hardships and the things that you may have experienced in your life that were kind of difficult or painful. I see you taking that and turning it into art, turning it into something that other people can enjoy. You literally take energy, like negative energy, low vibrational energy, and you transmute it into something else. You transmute it into this beautiful work of art. So like I said, I see you guys being the creators, artists, musicians, writers. Even if you wanted to like create content on YouTube or something like that, making like movies or videos or just anything where it's like you get to put your own spice and your own personality and your own energy into projects is what I'm seeing is your life's purpose. From the very beginning, when I first flipped these cards over, the Six of Coins really stuck out to me. And for me, what I got was, like I said, your talents, your gifts, your life's purpose is to use your natural born gifts and talents to give back to the world. And I don't know how large of a scale that this is supposed to be on, honestly, but I think that it is supposed to be, I think that you are supposed to reach and touch very many different people, and that your projects and your creations are going to do just that. Whether it's just it could just be a painting. It could be a picture that you took because you love photography. It could be a song. It could be instrumentals that you came up with, it could be fashion, writing, like I said, videos on YouTube or something like that. But whatever it is a way for people to interact with whatever you've created. And when people interact with your creations, it literally lifts their vibrations. It lifts their spirits. And that's what I'm seeing you do with this Devil card here, is taking these hardships and these negative experiences and turning them to the most beautiful art that people can enjoy, that the world can enjoy, so that the world and people who interact and see your creations end up feeling a lift in their own vibrational frequencies. So I am really definitely seeing you being a creator of the most beautiful works of art, honestly. So let's go on ahead and move on to your oracle cards here. The very first one that we have is time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. Yeah, so maybe you have, maybe you're still trying to kind of figure out exactly how it is that you want to express yourself or use your own creative outlets. Nothing wrong with that. Take your time, but definitely come to a decision, because like I said, I see you reaching and touching a lot of different people with your work. The next card that we have here is Infinite Abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life's purpose. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is like I kind of said before, this is basically supposed to be like kind of like all inclusive for you, where this is your outlet, this is your creation, this is your therapy, this is your work, this is your job, this is your life's purpose, this is your career, this is your passion. Like, I literally see your entire life just devoted to this. Yeah, devote yourself to your divine life's purpose. The very next card that we have here is Light and Love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. What did I just tell you guys? My pile number 3s. You guys are literally taking negative energies, negative experiences maybe, and turning them into the most purest form of loving white light and light energy. And that's how you give back to the world. That is your gift. That is your life's purpose. That is your calling, is for you basically to transmute these energies into works of art and to share them with the world, to actually end up raising the world's vibrational frequency by them interacting with your work, by them seeing your content, by them seeing your paintings, by them seeing your drawings, by them hearing your music, by them seeing your content on YouTube or something like that, seeing your photography work, whatever it is that you may be into. The next card that we have here is Claircognizance. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. Okay, for me, this is a really big deal, this card right here, because this lets me know that you already get the ideas, you already get the kind of inclinations, like, I feel like making music, or I feel like painting something, or I feel like drawing, or I feel like writing, I feel like whatever those little feelings that you get, really listen to them and maybe even try doing them sometimes, because I believe that is your intuition speaking to you, kind of telling you, hey, do this and do that, because I believe your intuition is very heavily involved in your work and in your creations. So really listen to that little feeling, those little sensations that you get, where it's like, I feel like doing this, I feel like doing that. Because when you get those little feelings and those little sensations, that is your intuition telling you that right now is the opportune time for you to create. Right now is like all the stars are aligned right now for you to create amazing work, to put your heart and soul and energy into it. Like I said with this Temperance card here, I see you being extremely patient with your work. I see you waiting until you feel the need or the urge or the sensation to actually do it. I see you kind of already being intuitively led when it comes to your works of art. Maybe you don't look at it that way. Maybe for you, it's just like, it kind of feels like energy. Some days you feel like creating, some days you don't, but it's actually your intuition. Your intuition is actually kind of taking the driver's seat here and saying, create this, create that. And this is how you're going to find success within this life's purpose of yours. The next card that we have here is Clairaudience. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. Yeah, so you may even, like I said, be musically inclined. Music may help you to kind of get into a space where you can create or something like that, or you just may be simply creating music, simply creating some sort of sounds artistically. The next two cards that we have here is Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. What did I just tell you guys? Your guidance is divinely guided. Your intuition is already kind of leading you and telling you what to go and or telling you where to go and what to do and when to do it and what to create. So those little feelings like, I feel like making something today, make it. It could be arts and crafts. You could be crafting things. It's literally just you creating. But that, I'm telling you, this is how you're going to find success in your life, is by listening to that little intuitive voice, because that intuitive voice is really leading you down the path to success. Create this, create that. You know, our intuition can see above and beyond beyond what it is that our physical minds can see. Our physical minds can't see the future, but our spiritual selves can. Our higher selves can. That is why our higher selves tries to lead us through certain doors and lead us down certain avenues, because it sees the success that this certain creation could bring. So definitely listen to your intuition. The very last card that we have here is the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? And I believe this card here goes hand in hand with this devil card. And I believe that whatever it is you are clinging on to is definitely a source for you being able to create some sort of work of art here. So yeah, my pile number 3s, you guys are definitely some creators, some artistic beings, and it's definitely a gift. It's an intuitive gift, and it is a natural gift and a talent, and it's your life's purpose as well. So I mean, this is a really amazing spread, but this is all that I'm seeing for my pile number 3s here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will be back next time. All right, bye guys. All right, and pile number 4, let's take a look at your cards. So the very first one that we have here is the Fountain, then the 2 of Coins, then the 5 of Swords, then the 10 of Pentacles, and then the 9 of Cups. So the Fountain card here is a card that's all about oneness, completeness. It's a moment of cosmic clarity, fully awake, full awareness, the end of seeking, an enlightened being. It's whole and perfect. Okay, so that's kind of just like a little gist of what the Fountain card represents in this particular tarot deck. And for me, this felt like somebody whose life's purpose was centered in kind of raising others' awareness to the fact that we're all one, that we are all a part of the collective, that we are not necessarily different from each other. Other people are literally just other extensions of us in different forms, in a different form of energy, or in a different shape of energy. But they're just everyone's an extension of us. Everything's an extension of us. And I feel as though your life purpose really ties heavily into that. And I feel as though if you have intuitively picked pile number 4, you're just someone who feels that and has this innate knowing that we are all one and we are all connected. The 2 of Coins here, with it making this infinity symbol, I got the same sense of we're all connected. We're all one. The energy is flowing. The universe, we're all connected to the universe. We're all connected to each other. We're all connected to energy. We are all energy. And with this 5 of Swords here, what I heard was, you're not afraid to rock the boat. You are somebody that believes so heavily and so strongly in the fact that we are all one. We are all equal. And it is just something that you feel so heavily and so strongly that you're not afraid to rock the boat. You're not afraid to piss others off. You're not afraid to kind of put your own opinion out there and say, hey, this is how I feel. This is what it is. This is what I believe. And in a sense, kind of like, this is what you should believe too, because it's the truth. We're all connected. We're all the same. And it's something, like I said, that you feel so strongly that you don't care if your opinions offend others. You don't care if your opinions are not agreed upon by others, or you don't care if others see your point of view. All you care about is spreading this awareness of the fact that we're all one, or that we're all energy, or spreading this awareness of whatever it is you feel strongly and passionately connected to. And with this 10 of Pentacles here, I saw 2 things with this 10 of Pentacles. I saw somebody trying to change a generational way of doing things. So basically, like, maybe this is just an example, but maybe the way that society has been, or maybe the way that society has been for our parents' generations and our generations and the generations after us. Like, maybe you see something systematically where it's like, this just isn't even working. Why the hell are people still signing up to kind of be in this matrix, or kind of do things this way when it's not working for any of us. This is just something that needs to change. And I see you kind of being like this natural rebel that's just like challenging the status quo, challenging what it is that people truly believe in, challenging people's awareness, honestly. For me, this Nine of Cups represented a lot of the Fountain card. You being whole and perfect, this oneness, this wholeness, this fulfillment, this deep inner fulfillment that you have found within yourself, because you have found this truth and you are so committed and devoted to this truth. And because of that, you have found like this deep sense of peace and just inner knowingness in yourself. And you kind of want to spread that to everyone else. You kind of want everyone else to feel the same way. And you kind of see with this 10 of Pentacles here, you kind of see like the way that you guys have been doing things it's not working. No, it's not about this. It's not about that. This is what it's about. It's about this oneness. It's about this wholeness. It's about this fulfillment. It's about this purpose, that we all share and we all have. It's about us being all connected. So I could see you really doing things in like humanitarianism, doing things where not necessarily even bringing people together, but just kind of consciously raising people's awareness, making people kind of realize and see like, oh, there's other things to life out here. There's other things than just my one track mind way of thinking about things. It's kind of like you just kind of trying to expand people's minds, open their minds up to other, I don't want to say realms and dimensions and things like that, but just opening up people's minds that, hey, you don't have to follow this matrix. You don't have to be a part of the herd that's just going in this one direction. Wake up and have that awareness and realize what it is that you're doing with your life. And I'm seeing you feel that so strongly that you just want others to feel it. And it might not even be with awareness. It might not even be with spirituality and conscious awareness. It could be with something else, like I said, that you're really passionate about, that you've found something that has worked for you and that has pulled you out of certain places in your life. You've really found that and it has really resonated with you, and it's something that you're trying to spread and pass to other people. You really want people to have this certain level of awareness, or this certain sort of mindset that they can tap into to kind of pull them out of certain areas and certain phases of their life, because like I said, it's something that has worked for you. And another thing too with this 10 of Pentacles here that I also saw is that your way of thinking, your way of doing things literally has the power to change future generations' ways of thinking, changing their mindset, changing their psyche. You know what I mean? So kind of like almost starting a movement, I can see being your life's purpose. Starting a movement, starting some sort of maybe humanitarian effort, or some sort of social activist, maybe something like that, where you are really challenging the status quo, and you are doing it in a way where you are completely unapologetic about it. You are not afraid. You are like this warrior. I'll take anybody down that wants to challenge this. You know what I mean? Because you believe in it so strongly and so passionately. So let's go on ahead and take a look at your oracle cards here and see what's going on. So the very first one that we have is children. Your life's purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. Like I was saying with this 10 of Pentacles, I see you literally changing the mindset and the psyche and just, or not even changing, but really just influencing the mindset and the psyche of the generations to come, the generations that have been here already and that are still here, and the generations to come. The next card that we have here is support. Your life purpose fully supports you. I love that. Yeah, like I said, I see you totally starting a movement, and I see once this movement kind of gains momentum, it is going to be something that can actually support you. You guys, the next card, courage. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. What did I say? You guys are not afraid of rocking the boat. You guys are not at all terrified of saying what it is that you need to say, and just kind of sitting back and being like, who has a problem with it? You know what I mean? Like, come at me, bro. Like, I kind of see that kind of like warrior energy in you, where it's like, yeah, this is how I feel, like, hold my beer. Okay, the next card that we have here is sensitivity. You are Why do I keep dropping this? You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're going to be so passionate about this. You're just going to, like, maybe you're already kind of feeling this, where it's like you're very sensitive to a certain cause or a certain something, where it's just like, this is not okay. What has happened to this person, or what is happening with this situation, or what is going on with this situation, or what's going on with this particular thing. It's not okay. It could be environmentalism. It doesn't have to necessarily do with people. Like I said, it could be humanitarianism. It could be environmentalism. It's something like I said, it's something like I said, where it's a cause that you're passionate about, and it's a cause that honestly needs someone's attention to it. This is a cause or a movement or something that you're going to start, or be a co-creator of, or be someone that really gets the momentum going with this certain movement, really brings awareness to this certain predicament, situation, issue within society, within humans, within the way that we've been doing things, like I said, for generations, for centuries now, the way that we've been doing things. And like I said, I can kind of see you waking up to it and going, this is not okay at all. The next card that we have is protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. So for me, I see this as you being protected on this journey, but definitely needing protection, because like I said, you're going to rock the boat. And I don't know if you're going to, I don't know what kind of people you're going to be interacting with. These could be powerful people, but I see you rocking the boat, and I see you possibly maybe even pissing some people off, because like I said, when you initiate change like that, you're a trailblazer. And that is someone that they're the first, kind of like the first to do it, or kind of like the first to pave that way, or to get as far as they've gotten in a certain field or subject or something like that. And I do believe that you're probably going to really need to call in your angels, call in your guides, call in your support system, call in your team of spiritual helpers to really protect you throughout this. Because like I said, you're going to need courage. You're going to have courage, and you're going to have your angels and your guides protecting you for sure. But definitely call on them for protection and help. The very last card that we have is Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Yes, so you are going to really cause an impactful change. This needs to be like right up here in the middle. So you're really going to cause some impactful change where, like I said, you're going to see a certain situation, wake up to the situation, and just say, this is not okay. What's happening is just not acceptable, and it's time to change that. It's time to do something different. We've been allowing this to happen for far too long, and it's not okay anymore. And I see you, like I said, just creating this new way of being that generations to come will be influenced by this movement, or influenced by this thing that you're doing, or influenced by this thing that you're a part of, that you're giving momentum and energy to and direction to. So creating heaven on earth is happening. I see you doing that. I see you creating heaven on earth within certain causes and within certain situations. And this is a really powerful spread. So wow, let me see if I'm seeing anything else. Yeah, that's all I'm really seeing right now, but just really pay attention to your feelings and your emotions. If you're still kind of wondering, well, what exactly is this life's purpose? What exactly is this cause? Pay attention to whatever it is that just really gets under your skin. Whatever it is that you feel like you cannot sit back and be an observer to, whatever it is you feel as though you cannot be quiet about, whatever it is you feel as if I need to just get out there and say something about this, whether it's sending out a tweet, or I don't know, anything, making a poster, I don't know, whatever it could be, whatever it is that just makes you feel as though it stirs some energy in you, and it makes you feel as though someone needs to fight for this. Someone needs me to be a mouthpiece. Someone needs me to be a warrior for them because they couldn't be one, or they can't be one, or, it's just that sense of I need to be courageous for those that can't be. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. And I'm just going to leave pile number 4 with that. Okay. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will be back next time, you guys. All right. Bye. Okay. And pile number 5, let's take a look at your cards to see what your life purpose may be. So the very first card that we have here is the High Priestess. That is such a beautiful card. Like, look at just how captivating her eyes are. The next card is the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Swords, then the Death card, then the Son of Swords. Last but not least is the Five of Pentacles. The very first thing here, obviously, that I saw is this beautiful card, the High Priestess. Like, it's just such a pretty card. In this particular tarot deck, they did the High Priestess beautifully. But for me, when I saw the High Priestess card, I saw somebody just naturally, intuitively very gifted and just very naturally, intuitively in tune already. You're probably someone that's had a lot of experiences, intuitive experiences, connecting to source, connecting to the spiritual realm. Moving on here to the Seven of Cups. When I looked at the Seven of Cups, I saw someone that maybe has a lot of different options, or not a lot of different options necessarily, but someone that is kind of looking everywhere else instead of right where they should be. Like, they're kind of like, I get the sense that you're kind of trying to find your life's purpose and you kind of already know what it is. I don't think that maybe you're consciously aware of what it is. Subconsciously you are. Obviously your higher self knows, but I see you as kind of looking in all these other different directions instead of just kind of like within your natural gifts and talents already. Maybe you don't really want much to do with these natural gifts and talents that you already have, because like I said, I do believe that you're already very spiritually gifted. I think that you have been spiritually gifted for a very long time, maybe since like childhood or birth or something like that. But moving on here to the Knight of Swords. So we have two cards that are both the Knight of Swords. And for me, when I see the Knight of Swords here, I see somebody that is ready and willing to kind of pretty much like fight for the truth is kind of what I got from it. Was like you were kind of like a way for certain energies, spirits even, to kind of make their way into this realm, the physical realm. I don't know why I got this with the Knight of Swords, but it was very pressing for me. Like, you're somebody that the spiritual realm uses to carry out certain tasks in this physical 3D world that we live in. And that moves me on here to this Death card here. This Death and this Five of Pentacles, they kind of go together for me, because the Five of Pentacles represents, a loss, a time of grief, a time of grieving, a time of loss. And with this Death card here, for me, it's kind of like the same thing, a time of grieving, a time of loss. But the thing that I got with the Death card is that you're somebody that's able to bridge the gap between the two worlds, between the two veils, between the two planes of existence, between the two different dimensions. I see you as somebody that is able to tap into the spiritual realm. So for me, what I was getting with pile number 5 here was, it looks like to me as though you may be a psychic medium. You may be somebody that deals a lot with spirits, souls that have passed on. You may be someone that sees a lot, is clairvoyant. You see a lot. Maybe you see entities, maybe you see energies, maybe you see spirits, maybe you see auras, maybe you see you can just see a lot of different things energetically going on in the spiritual realm. You can see it in this physical realm. And for me, I got a very strong sense of somebody being a psychic medium, somebody that is really able to tap into that spiritual realm of existence. But for me, I do believe that your life's purpose is working within the spiritual realm. And I don't know if maybe that's not something that you're very interested in, because the Seven of Cups kind of had me feeling as though you're not really interested in what your kind of life's purpose is, but it is your life's purpose. Maybe you haven't come across something yet that has actually resonated with you within your life's purpose to make you go, okay, yeah, you know what? I could see myself doing that. Maybe you haven't come to that point in life yet, but I definitely see with this spread, you being somebody whose life's work has to do with spirituality. It could do with divination, it could do with tarot, it could do with astrology, numerology, could do with working with herbs, working with Mother Nature, really just kind of working with energy in general. So but for me, with this Death card, I got a very heavy feeling, and it might only resonate with a very small amount of you, but I got a very heavy feeling about you working with the energy of souls that have passed on, being a psychic medium. Very heavy energy with this card right here, as well as with this Five of Pentacles. So and this high priestess card, like every time I pull this card within this particular deck, I feel like she's just like straight through my soul, like just piercing eyes straight through my soul. So it's where I got that really heavy sense was these 3 cards for the psychic medium. But like I said, I really kind of see your life's purpose just working with energy, working with spirituality, working with kind of like faith, maybe also even working with maybe being a spiritual teacher, a spiritual advisor, somebody that's a spiritual mentor. But I definitely do see you being somebody that just works with energy and is a warrior for energy. Somebody that really respects energy and respects every different form of energy, whether it's a human, an animal, an insect, a plant, the stars, like everything for you is like, I respect energy in the form that it is in. I respect energy in all things. And I respect all things because all things are energy. And I just see you being somebody that works very closely and very heavily with energy. So let's just get to your oracle cards here very quickly. The very first card that we have here is gentleness. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. And yeah, that could be because maybe you're possibly a sensitive or an empath. I'm not sure about that, because that's kind of more so getting to maybe like your spiritual gifts. But I do maybe think that you're like I said, I do believe that your life's purpose definitely has to work with spirituality, energy, things like that. So this would definitely make a lot of sense to be very careful and be very gentle with yourself and your own energy. Moon cycles is the next card that we have here. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalize upon these cycles. Okay, so yeah, you're somebody that's highly affected by energy. And I feel as though maybe you've been having experiences with energy for a very long time, and for you it's probably just a normal thing. You probably don't see it as like a life's purpose or a gift. You don't see how you can make a career or a purpose out of this. It's a natural talent and a gift for you that was given from the divine, from spirit. So the next card that we have here is environmentalist. You're an earth angel who's born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. Born to protect, that really stands out to me, because like I said, I see you really fighting for energy, fighting for others to respect energy, because you respect energy so much. Like I said, it could be with people, with animals, with insects, with plants, with the stars, with the heavens, with energy. You know, it's just all energy for you. The next card that we have here is you're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Yeah, so maybe you were somebody that has been really experiencing these spiritual kind of occurrences for a very long time. Like I said, I definitely believe that you've been dealing with these dealing with your intuitive gifts for a very long time. So that's probably why you don't really think that it's your life's purpose, because maybe you're used to it. Maybe you're used to having these experiences. The next card, you're already doing it. Yeah, you're definitely used to having these experiences. Like this is like what, the second or third card that says, yeah, you're already there. Just keep going. Okay, so it says stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. True north, you guys, you know what that is. If you know anything about astrology, your true north is your where you're supposed to be focused on in this incarnation. In this particular incarnation, your true north in your natal chart is where you need to focus your energy on within this life, because that is where you're supposed to be heading. That is where you're supposed to be focusing. That is, in short, it's your life's purpose. Okay, and then the very last card that we have here is priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead, just like the high priestess card here? So it's basically like almost 2 high priestess cards. So for me, you're definitely somebody that's been experiencing these kind of phenomena for a very long time, and it's just normal to you. But whatever it is, kind of whatever intuitively you just get, whatever it is, information that you just kind of channel, that you just kind of get from out of nowhere, that is has to do with a part of your life's purpose. You're supposed to take this information and share it, spread it, do something with it. And if you don't know exactly where you're supposed to take this information and exactly what you're supposed to do with it, go to your guides, ask your guides, you know, set the intention at night before you go to sleep. Hey, I'd like to know what exactly it is I'm supposed to do with this information that I'm channeling. What am I supposed to do with these experiences that I'm having within the spiritual realm? What exactly is it I'm supposed to be doing here? And I do believe that you're definitely going to get an answer as to how exactly you're supposed to work this into your life's purpose. But for me, what I feel as though your life's purpose is just to work with this, work with spirituality, work with energy, really make something out of it, because you probably get a lot of channeled messages as well. Like I said, I could see you being clairvoyant. I can see you clearly seeing through certain dimensions, seeing through that veil that we have between dimensions and between planes of existence. So let me see if I'm seeing anything else for you guys. No, that is all that I am seeing for you guys. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope this did give you guys some clarity, and I will be back next time. Okay, bye guys.